session that has definitely put us into lighter mode by the humorous insights by Dr. Chandra Shekhar has definitely kept us awake. Now we head on to the final session of today, the master case presentation. Theme, the journey from efficiency to experience. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up in the air for our moderator, Mr. S. Sanjay Sen, CHRO Avanta Group. Welcoming sir on the dais. Now I would like to call our esteemed panelist, Mr. Ajay Bakshi, Director HR Vodafone Shared Services India. Please keep the claps going. Mr. Rajendra Garg, EVP HR HDFC Standard Life. And finally, Mr. Ramesh Rajan, Vice President India HR Services, Syndina Electric. I would like Mr. Sanjay to please take on the proceedings.
Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me at the back? Yeah? Okay. You know, we were told that our session has been preponed. We would like to imagine that was more out of enthusiasm to listen to our three presenters. So, and reason enough really, because we've had occasion to listen to some of the previous presentations, and you've also seen in the agenda. The difference is that you are going to now be listening to three real-life cases, and the selection has been done very well. The sense you have three practitioners who have actually been through the journey, and these three practitioners, as you will see, have a different profiles and different experiences. These are people who are from different sectors. People are organizations that have been in multiple geographies outside India, organizations that have consisted of a lot of acquisitions, so integrated new organizations into themselves. So very different experience, very different profile. The added advantage is that the speakers that themselves, as you would see, are people who are very experienced practitioners of shared services. So you have two advantages. You have companies that have gone into shared services, and you have the actual speakers who also have a lot of experience in that area. How we plan to do this, the next hour and a half, is that we would have one speaker go through their experience, and then in order to help you all benefit from their experiences, we will be following it by a question and answer session which is related to their experience. So each speaker does their presentation, we have some question and answers, and then move on to the next session. And then towards the end, we will leave it open for any other question and answers or any other observations that you all have in mind. So we start off with our first presentation. I'm not going to spend too much time on the concept because you all already are very familiar with the concept and why shared services, because you've been spending most of the past day on that. So we start with our first speaker and the first company. So I'll introduce to you Mr. Rajendra Garg, who is the Senior Executive Vice President and the CHRO. He is in different sectors. He is the head of HDFC Standard Life, and he's been the head of HDFC Standard Life HR since September 2009. And they have their journey as you will be listening, of their shared services is something which is more of India specific. So he will take you through that journey. As is common for all the three speakers, he comes with a lot of prior experience. He has worked with DHL Express as head of HR for India. He has also been the senior advisor quality and processes for South Asia. So he even has experience of regional responsibilities. So I hand over to you, Rajendra. Yes.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you for these kind words. But I guess your experience is as fresh as the last company in terms of the change that we are witnessing in this world. As you heard, I actually had an opportunity to kind of witness 5-10 minutes of the earlier, panel, and I was listening to Chandra and of course his panel. I've just heard about the partnership between, the provider and the client, correct? So you'll get some glimpse of that in my presentation. So as we, in terms of the design of this panel, we will talk about 10 to 15 minutes through presentation. We will not bore you, I can assure you that. And then we'll take questions, for this presentation from the audience, and then probably we'll have at the end the common questions, if any. Okay. So this is what we practice, in terms of the, so to say, shared services. I will get straight to, why. Because for any change, maybe, for the shared services or anything in the business, I'm sure all of us know that you have to have a shared need articulated very, very clearly. And if you look at, the industry like ours, let me pause there a bit in terms of the presentation and let you know some facts of the company that I belong at the moment. So this is an insurance sector, as you know. We are in life insurance, HDFC Life, part of HDFC Group. HDFC Limited is our parent with about 74% stake. 26% is held by Standard Life, UK. Which is again 150-year, old company, very, very experienced. But as you heard, and of course hearing about the FDI, very soon probably, subject to Parliament approving it, we will get the, the stake of the foreigners increased as well. That's what we've been saying. In terms of the facts on this company, we are 14,500 plus company in terms of the number of people. About 14,000 crores top line, the total income, profitable for last 3 years, growing up. So these are, number one, let's say number one, number two, number three in private insurance company in every respect. We have been the best places to work for last 5 years continuously under, economic times, great places to work for. And we are number one in the insurance, so far as the great places to work. Why I'm doing this deliberately is last bit that I'm going to tell you. We also have 100% attrition at the frontline level. Don't get surprised. It's very important because important for the audience to know the context of each company. I was just telling Sanjay during the tea that, audience should not go with the solution that solution fits all, correct? There is a context to each of these, let's say, organizations and the solution. And that is why I think you must remember these facts when you are dealing with a particular company's, presentation. That is why. So the VUCA world, I'm coming back to the presentation. I had no choice. In 2010, when I looked at then about 130% attrition at the front level, which means, or which meant then that 14,000 people I recruit and 15,000 go away every year. That's a recruitment factory, correct? And just to give you, I had 200 HR folks, about 400 L&D folks, learning and development is part of the HR there. So you can imagine. And also imagine if your HR colleagues are recruiting day in and day out, what would be their engagement in terms of the employee engagement? Let's not fool ourselves, correct? While they will not tell you as a head of HR that we are not happy, but you can always guess that they are frustrated, correct? And that's the VUCA world so far as I'm concerned. So we had no choice. We said if you don't stop this in terms of the people's view, in terms of the recruiting these 14,000 people every year, you will have the chaotic situation in about a year or two. And then we had to resort to, a search of a partner. And that's what we got into. So VUCA world continues so far as, all of us are concerned, particularly our industry. And I'm not going to read through these definitions, but that's what the reason is. We had no choice. And there was no difficulty in convincing the corner office that we need to actually latch on to the provider for the shared services. Simple. if you look at, again, little bit of explanation in terms of, what this VUCA world really meant to us, correct? Frontline sales force, as I mentioned, in fact, we had about 11,000 people. We still have about 10,000 people, of which 12,000 attracted. That means I had to recruit the next year again 12,000 people per annum, okay? So if you look at this 12 months and above vintage, that's one of the results of the attrition, because if you don't have people staying with you, you can't have vintage people with you, correct? That's very, very natural result. Role of BHR, while we keep saying from the podiums like this, that you're supposed to be engaging with the line management, you should be strategic partner and stuff like that. But if you don't get time out of your day-to-day rut, how can you actually get into this quality HR work, so to say? Again, do we have a choice? Then to latch on to something like the shared services. Compromise in process orientation. I can tell you that while people won't let the review committee know that your personal files are not complete, your kind of processes are defective and stuff like that, because you don't do the reviews that critically. But once you get into the depth of the processes, you'll find many, if not most of the processes in HR are defective. I'm also coming from the quality background, so I can talk to you about the defects and the defective. But people don't talk about it, because there are naturally the appraisals, evaluation, the ratings, bonuses, correct? So a lot of things are under carpet. I think that is not simultaneously working with them. Now, if you read the caption of my earlier slide, let me go back. Okay, the next slide, correct? So it's not a magic stick, by the way. I mean, don't go with the impression that, you just, throw your problems on provider's wall, so your problems will get solved the next day. It's not going to be that. Unless you really partner, our experience, with the provider to start with, and to start with means not 1 or 2 months, almost a year plus. You have to be with them as a partner. Only then you can actually test the success of the shared service partnership, my view. And we have experienced that. So what are some of the, let's say, elements of that, correct? So if you look at from a client side, if you don't really, focus well, then you might get into, abstinence from the original design that you talked about, correct? While during the entry time, in fact, you can get into the boardroom, drawing room and talk about the processes, flows and stuff like that. But being in the VUCA world itself as an organization, if you don't really review those, let's say, SLAs and the processes, you are bound to fail. And that has happened with us as well, because, you have a little bit of, attraction, detraction, then you will get into the issue. Roles and responsibilities of the partner, not only at the senior most level, but if you come down to the zonal or the regional level, if they're not clear, people can easily get into the defects and the defective processes. Okay? And of course, the absence of governance, you have to have review mechanism, judiciously followed. If you say, okay, I reviewed it, let's say, if it is fortnightly, once fortnight and not done the second, you will have issues with respect to defects and defective processes. Shared service partner, again, if they don't really get into the information gathering, data collection, analysis, you will not get the insight from them. If you agreed for the SLAs with them, you must ensure that you are getting frequently, genuinely relevant database MISs at your desk in the morning, because we have a kind of discipline that every HR person in the morning in 45 minutes must review the dashboard. You get to know the RAG, red, amber, green, and then probably you can actually go with to-do list in terms of what you want to do the entire day. It's a typical process management. It's not enough as an HR folks, we normally get into this habit saying that, we just have mobile phones, we, advise some junior people to do this, let me know in the afternoon. It won't happen. It's a sure recipe for failure. Unless you really are, on the ball all the time. Impact, of course, I've been talking about it simultaneously. Not meeting SLAs if you don't do the first two. And if you don't meet SLAs, you can actually imagine, let's say for example, in insurance industry, JFM, January, February, March is the peak season. And I have committed, to the line that I'll provide you kind of 100% manning. If I don't, even if there is no issue in terms of, let's say, people versus the production, they will still blame you saying that you haven't provided me 10% hands and I'm not able to produce some 20 crores of rupees. Imagine. And CEO will not be able to spare you, even if he knows that it's not completely your fault. It's a business, correct? And hence it is very important that you really be on the ball in terms of what you have been promised and what you have promised, resultantly to the line, you really deliver that. Yeah. Unwarranted cost escalation. Again, I can give you the experience. If you push yourself towards the end of the JFM, let's say only in February, March, then I'll do anything to actually get the numbers. Anything. Anything meaning what? My cost of recruitment will go up. Very simple, correct? Then I won't get, let's say, the people going for the references. I will have to depend on the vendors a lot. And vendors means every single person I'll have to pay out 10%, 11% out of my pocket, isn't it? So that's an issue. Blame game, naturally, once there is a pressure, everybody tries to move out the hand, and there is a blame game, even if you don't want it, correct? And creates pressure, conflicts in the organization. I'm sure some of you have experienced this, during your reviews and the meetings. And of course, with all these, then of course you get, your employer branding, compromise, your credibility is at stake, correct? And whatever then we say in terms of the Ulrich, let's say quadrant theory, that you want to become, strategic partner and employee champion. If you can't deliver this first quadrant, which is the administration one, I don't think people will really respect us, in terms of other the quadrants of the Ulrich. I'll stop here at the moment. You can ask us the question, but we'll come back again if you have some more questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra. Just before we throw this open to the audience for questions, just one clarification that I had. You transitioned to this model, or did HDFC Life start off to a shared service model? Transition to a model.
So as I mentioned in my slide, correct, in the VUCA world, because the VUCA world is outside, but when we first